Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mary.
I'm Linda.
And we're Pinky Miles Cakes, Cookies, and Candy, otherwise known as Pinky Miles Sisters in the Kitchen. So it's it's not raining yet, but isn't it supposed to?
It's going to rain.
It's going to rain sometime or another.
Maybe
today.
Before storms come through. I'm tired of these storms.
I know. So we want to thank y'all for joining us. And hope that y'all's weather is okay. There's been a lot of bad weather, storms and tornadoes and just a lot of bad weather lately. So hope that y'all are staying safe. And it was so hot here yesterday, but it wasn't
almost
in the
90
80s.
degrees.
I know, but it seemed like hotter than that.
It seemed really hot.
And I guess I just wasn't prepared for it or something. It was just hot.
I was in the house, and then I walk outside when I start to go deliver all them cakes and stuff. I'm like, it's hot out here.
Chuck came in, he was so hot because he was spraying the yard. So anyway, we are making a triple threat coconut cream pie this morning. And
it sounds delicious.
It sounds delicious, and I'm sure that it is delicious. But basically, it's a coconut cream pie. They just got that funny name. I started to change the name of it, but I said no. I'm going to do it the way it was supposed to be. So anyway, you can make your own pie crust, or you can buy the ready-made. I chose to do the ready-made because there's so many steps to it. Until I would have to make a lot because I've had to make three. This is the third crust that I've made, so that y'all wouldn't have to wait for each step. So with the rolling pin, you start in the middle and you go out to make the size that you want. And I want this this pan right here.
Is that a 9-inch or?
It's a 9-inch, but it's a deep dish pie dish. It's Pamper Chef. This one's been discontinued.
On the bottom of it. That's been to the church.
No, I carried a lady when her husband died.
Oh, okay.
I carried her a big coconut cream
like
pie.
Mama put her name. Mama and Elsie had their names on the bottom of all their dishes.
Well, you know what? I've gotten rid of so many. I just want to wipe this out because I had it on the counter. I really wanted the new Pamper Chef pie dish, and I have one in the refrigerator made with it, and I had another one, and another with the white stone, but I gave that one away. So this is a deep dish.
What we got.
I know. This is a deep dish pie plate, and I'm going to put this pie crust in it. The filling, if I was doing this for myself, if you're using a deep dish pie, you're going to have to do the recipe for the filling 1.5 times because this is a deep dish. I'll show you in a minute when we get to that step. You'll see it's not, for me, not enough filling.
Okay.
So if you want to do a deep dish, it's plenty for a regular size pie pan. I just roll this out a little bit.
And you're using Pillsbury roll
This
out.
is Pillsbury pie crust, yes.
And they're kind of a little thick, so it doesn't hurt to roll them out like Mary's doing because they're kind of thick anyway.
All right. Now, you can set that over there for me, Linda, if you don't mind.
Do you want me to move this plate or do you want to leave it here?
No, you can leave it there. Let me show the coconut. It calls for 2/3, I believe, of coconut. Let me look again. Okay, a half.
I love toasted coconut.
You toast your coconut. I toasted this coconut in the microwave. You can do it in the stove or you can do it in the microwave. And the way I did it in the microwave, I didn't do this much all at one time because I thought that would be too thick and I didn't want to burn it. I did half of it in the microwave for 30 seconds. And I have a 1200 watt microwave, so that can give you an idea. I did it for 30 seconds, took it out, stirred it with the fork, and then I did it for 20 seconds, took it out, stirred it with the fork, and then 15 more seconds. You can't do all that at one time, you'll burn your coconut. So that's how I toasted my coconut. Now, I'm gonna,
I'm anxious to see how you're doing this.
this is, I'm gonna change spoons. This spoon here is, if you don't mind, put that in the sink. drip. You put, first of all, I'm going to put about a tablespoon of coconut in the bottom of my pie plate.
Okay.
And I'm not measuring it. The recipe says a tablespoon. You can put how much you want in it. And that's what I'm doing. So just put it in the bottom of your plate. And this is coconut milk. I think this is a 13-ounce can. Yeah, it's a 13.5 ounce can of coconut milk.
Okay, so it's not cream of coconut, it's coconut milk.
It's coconut milk. It's coconut milk. And I'm going to baste just not much because it will get this crust soggy. You don't want that. I've done 2 of these already. And one of them, I brushed it all the way out to the edge. And the next one, I did not. So that's up to you. I'll tell you what it does. It will, it browns. It browns quicker if you put this.
If you put the milk on it, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, anyway, you just brush a little bit of that coconut milk on there, and don't put too much because I almost put too much on one of mine. If you'll just set that over, I may use it again in a minute. So, and then I'm going to put another tablespoon.
Do you want me to move the coconut milk?
You can, please, over there on the counter. And again, it's a tablespoon, but that's up to you how much you put in it. All right, and then you mash this into your crust. You just want to mash it in there.
That's gonna be delicious.
Yeah, so that makes your coconut in your crust. And it, like I told you, it don't take much milk because you don't want this soft. Probably one dipping in the coconut milk probably would have been enough, which I did too. But because I'm feeling of it, it's wet. Okay, now I'm gonna pick this up, and I'm gonna put it on the pie plate. Oh, would you turn the oven on for me, please? Yes. I forgot 400. 400. Yeah, 400. You preheat your oven to 400. And when because I'm putting that milk on the crust, it's very fragile. You'll poke a hole in it easy. So just pat it down.
Anything with coconut in it is
Yeah,
good.
I like coconut.
Our family loves coconut.
Yep. I want to make sure I get it on then. All right, and then I'm just going to, you want to help me? You know what? One side there, Linda, you might want to grab a knife out of that little, out of that first drawer there and trim off some of this edge. It's a little bit too thick in one area. I didn't put it on there exactly even. Linda's so good at making these.
Oh my goodness.
Pie crust.
Not any better than you are.
All right, let me turn it around where you can, there
Okay.
you go. And I'll go this way. Just make you do your edges any way you want to. But I just kind of scallop them a little bit. And it, depends on how you, how big you roll your pie crust out. And this is a deep dish pie, so it, the little scallops will be a little bit thinner.
You don't want the rest of this, do you, Mary?
I don't. You throw it in the trash, please. Okay. Now, I'm going to wash my hands and get or you can, Linda, get a fork out of that drawer and with a prick. You got to prick the bottom of it.
Do you do the sides too, Mary?
Yes, yes, please do the sides too. Prick it all over good because you don't want it to come up. I've already made one. We're gonna put this in the oven. Yeah, and prick around the edge, inside the edge, yeah, because that's usually where it buckles up. Do you do that?
Well, I use pie weights, but this is a different thing here. So,
okay.
Yeah, and I bring my pie weights up to the side. You want to do it some more?
No, it's fine. Just a bit. It's fine. So, put in the oven. Oh, the oven ain't hot.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
The oven's not hot yet, so that's okay. That's why I already made one.
When it beeps, I'll put it in there.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I got this one. I made this last night.
That looks really nice.
I put so much saran wrap on it, I didn't want moisture to get to it. I want it to be a crispy crust. I mean, I had it on there tight and 2-3 layers.
Mary's used to wrapping up pies.
Yeah.
Put a few in the refrigerator and freezer, hadn't you?
Yeah, I sure have. Okay, you can throw that in the trash. This is the way it looks when it comes out of the oven. And let me tell you, if you happen, your pie crust happens to break a hole or put a hole in it or something, you know, somewhere, take a little bit of your toasted coconut and fill that in so your pie filling won't go down into underneath your crust. So, and it works. So you might see right there, was a
great tip.
There was a little bitty hole in the crust, so I just crammed it full of coconut so the cream won't bother. So
that looks like a really nice crust.
All right. Now,
are you through with the pastry mat?
I am through with the pastry mat, Linda. Now we're going to put the rest of this coconut milk in a saucepan.
I need to bring the camera up with you.
Maybe in a minute.
Okay.
When I get it all in there. Or you can put it, you can bring it now, it's okay. I'm gonna scrape my can. And something else I didn't tell y'all, when you buy this coconut milk, you need to shake it. You need to shake your coconut, the can, real good because all that, what do you say that? Is it, it's a milk. It's a milk.
Before you open
it. Before you open it. Shake the can really well. And if you forget to shake the can, like I did, I just took a spoon in there and I just stirred it up till it mixed up. So that's how
I got that sitting, okay.
It's fine, yeah. And we need a, okay. I need a couple of in there. Here, I'm gonna let you, I need a cup of milk in with them. This. One can of coconut milk and 1 cup of whole milk. Just pour it in the pan, please, Linda.
Is that something burning in here?
Huh?
Is something in your oven burning?
I don't know what it is. I don't see anything in there.
Not really either. Must have been something
I don't know what
on the rack or something.
Okay, and then I put a 1/3 cup of sugar. A 1/3 cup of sugar in your 2 milks. A 1/3 cup of sugar.
Remember, people used to keep their iron skillets in the oven?
I did.
I don't know why, because I hadn't done that in years, but
Yeah.
I usually always check, and there wasn't anything in there.
No, it wasn't.
But, you
I
know,
don't
if
know
you
what it
keep
was.
a iron skillet in your oven and it's got bacon grease in it, and you turn the oven on, you're going to have a mess.
So we need, I need 1/4 teaspoon of salt in this milk. And a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla bean. Now, if you don't have vanilla bean, just put regular vanilla. If you put regular vanilla, put a teaspoon. But if you're using vanilla bean, put a 1/2 teaspoon. And using vanilla bean, it has little bitty specks in it.
Yeah.
It's not nothing coming off of your pan. It's this vanilla bean.
And Mary, did you tell them where you got that from in Walmart, what the area of the store
Yeah,
you got
I
that
got
in?
this at Walmart in the Wilton area.
In the cake, yeah, the cake decorating aisle.
I'm in the, this
And
year.
we bought it at TJ Maxx too, but it's not in the regular bacon
No,
aisle.
it's not. Okay, all right. Let me turn this on. Should have already had it on. And I will. Now, Linda, we're going to have those 5 egg yolks is what we put in this.
Okay.
You cook this,
So
I had the bowl out. There's the bowl right there.
And do you have your egg yolk separated?
I do. It's in that middle drawer.
Okay.
And I've got I've already got the egg whites. I'm going to add it to that because I'm probably going to do another icing. You see it? Maybe
Yeah.
the next one.
No, I see it. I just gotta get it down. So you want the whites in this bowl?
I want the whites in that clear bowl.
Okay.
5 egg yolks is what goes in this pie, not the egg whites. So mostly what you're wanting to do here is get that sugar dissolved. So we're going to leave that going, and then I will move the camera where you can see what she's doing. No, that's fine. 5, she's separating the 5 eggs. She's putting the whites in here because this pie doesn't call for the whites. And I'm going to use those whites for something else.
I saw something the other day. I'm gonna try it.
Okay.
When I have time. You know how there's always a little bit of egg left in the shell? I saw a woman tapping it and breaking it from the, you don't tap it hard enough to break the egg.
Yeah.
But everything in the eggshell comes out. I'm gonna try that. I haven't tried it yet.
I've seen it, I heard that too, Linda. I don't want to forget the coconut. The coconut goes in the filling, and the recipe calls for, let's see, coconut. It calls for a 1/2 cup of coconut. So this is 1/2 cup of coconut is what's going to go in that filling over here.
I love this egg separator. You probably don't even use it, do you?
I don't. Not much. I'm going to bring it back over here and show y'all. I'm putting a 1/2 cup of toasted coconut in with my milk. And like I said, we just mostly want to get this sugar dissolved.
What was your lid for that container?
I didn't. I had saran. I had
saran
because I actually was planning on whipping the frosting today, and I will. I just want to get this. You can just sit on the counter. It'll be okay because I may be whipping my back. After I get off camera, I'm probably going to make a different kind of frosting for one of the pies since I got so many. 2 tablespoons of butter. That goes in last. And coconut flavoring. We're just going all over the kitchen this morning, but that's the way I do. All right, the egg yolks.
Yeah.
We want to beat them. Here, let me move the camera.
It's still got a little white on them, Mary, and I would, if I was at home, I would be real careful and get them out. Do you want to get them out?
I do. Let me get a little bowl to put them in. I'm getting the white.
Just a little bitty tiny bit of the
Yeah.
white. And when you do this, it's easy to break the yellow.
Yeah, it is.
But if you don't do it, then that shows up in your
It does.
custard.
Yeah, it does.
There's little pieces of white.
I'll have to get a spoon. Get it out. Yeah. So, if y'all try this, it's best to get that out of there, that white, because it does not mix up with your filling. That my oven?
Yeah, I'll put this in
Put
there.
that pie crust in there.
What time?
10 minutes.
You want the timer set
10
for?
minutes.
Okay.
Get as much of it as I can. Okay. Now the fried egg, I see a piece in there I didn't get.
Well, I'm sorry, Mary.
That's
It looks
all right.
like all I did was cause you trouble.
Oh, it's okay. I can get it out. So what are you doing this evening, Linda?
Well, I'm gonna make one of the things that I'm making tomorrow. Gotta make a batch of that.
Okay.
So, that's probably pretty much all I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, when you cook, it's pretty
By the
near.
time you do that and clean up the kitchen,
Yeah.
it's time for supper.
I know. Well, I just can't seem to get a hold of that piece. You beat these egg whites. And Linda, now I want that third cup of sugar. I got it measured out there.
You just pour it in there.
Yeah, just put the sugar in here and then we'll whip it up with the sugar. And now give me that cornstarch. It's a fourth a cup of cornstarch.
All of it?
All of it. And you
I
beat
got
that
all
in.
there. Sorry about that.
It's okay. And you just mix up that cornstarch with your egg and sugar. And this is what goes in the filling. You know how I always change things? I'm doing this exactly the way the recipe says. I'm not anything except I did put a little more coconut, toasted coconut. Other than that, I'm doing it just like the recipe says. But the next time I make this, I'm doing all this in the microwave. I know it can be done. You can do it all in the
'cause we
microwave.
make our cream pie filling.
You can make it all in the microwave, same way. Just use the microwave. But I'm gonna do it just like it says. All right. Now that right there it's not boiling, is it? I don't want it to,
No, it's not.
okay, I don't want it to boil. Okay. You wanna stir it while I put this in there? Now I'm gonna put this in here. Stir it. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to temper that because of the eggs. Ooh, stir it up good. I dropped some on the side. Here, let me have
It's too high, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Turn it down. You need to take some of this hot and whip it up in this so it won't be because of the eggs. You're supposed to temper it. And it just, I don't know what it is that makes things different when you're cooking on there.
When you're cooking with somebody.
Yeah,
I
and
know
cooking
what
with
you're
somebody.
gonna say.
Yeah, because you're trying to tell them what to do and instead of doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, Lindy, go ahead and stir it. I don't, you know, I want you to help me. But you can't, when I was doing this last night, I thought it was be so nice to have somebody to help me stir, and then I thought, well, you know what? I mean, I can do it.
You want that?
I think, yeah, I don't need it. It'll start thickening up now that's got that powdered sugar on it. I don't know. Just, if you don't mind, Linda,
Move
get a
over.
rag. No, just get me a rag to wipe that up. I don't want that getting hot and getting dirt on the stove. It'll get hot. So you just stir this until it starts thickening, and you'll know when it starts thickening. And now, Linda, I've got butter out.
Okay.
I need 2 tablespoons of butter. After this gets thick, after it thickens, you cook it about 5 minutes for it to get thick. On medium heat. Every time I see a piece of the toasted coconut in here, I think, what is that? You know, I'm thinking something's got in my pot, and it's that toasted coconut. But when this gets thickened, then I'll add the butter and the coconut extract.
And cut it in 2 pieces, Mary.
Okay, all right, and then take that 2 pieces and cut them again. Just cut it down the middle, it'll be fine. Just smaller pieces so it'll melt faster. You can do it, you know. You don't have to do that, but it does melt faster if you cut your butter into smaller pieces. That's fine, Linda, thank you. And I think it's a half a teaspoon. Did I get rid of my half a teaspoon? I need a half a spoon of coconut extract in this. Once it starts thickening, I'll show you whenever. You don't want it to scorch, so you have to kind of keep stirring. I have it on medium heat, but I'm used to doing my coconut pies in the microwave, and it does just as well. You could do the same thing in the microwave. Do the same steps, but do it in a bowl in the microwave. And I probably will do that next time with this.
Okay, you said a half a teaspoon. I'll give up finding that, so I just got another one.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not putting it in there till the pie gets ready anyway. I'm gonna stop whisking it so it'll give it a chance to thicken a little bit. Do y'all like coconut pies, Linda? Do you like coconut pies? How about Mike? You think he'd eat a piece?
Probably not, because you know how he is. If it tastes like cream, he won't eat it.
Oh, really? Well,
he's it's been a while since I've made a coconut pie. And he does like coconut pie.
Yeah.
But I won't take him any.
Okay.
He's got carrot cupcakes to eat.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have 2 whole
and you know I would eat some, but I'm not going to.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing good on your...
That looks really good.
On your weight loss, you're doing really well.
Thank you.
All right. As soon as this thickens up, I'll add the flavoring, a half a teaspoon of flavoring. Let's see. Yeah, a half a teaspoon of coconut flavoring. And whenever you're making this, your pie crust has to be completely cool before you put the filling in. So that's why I made so many different crusts and all. The crust that I showed y'all I already done, I'm going to put this coconut cream pie in that. I've already got another pie
that's
cold that we're just going to put the topping on. So
it's been so long since I've cooked pie filling on top of the stove.
Me too.
It's just,
Me too.
It's because I've done it in the microwave so long. But remember when we used to do the double boilers?
Yes, yes.
Oh my goodness, so hot standing over a stove trying to make something in a double boiler.
Yep. And using the microwave is great. Okay, all right, turning this off. I'll show you about the thickness. If y'all made cream pies before, you know. See, it's thick. So I'm gonna take it off the burner. And Linda, if you'll hand me the 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. Oh, never mind, here they are. I'll get them. There's 2 tablespoons of butter. I got to get off that burner.
Half a teaspoon of
and a half a teaspoon of coconut extract. Really, it umps up the coconut flavor.
That really makes it good.
Yeah. And I'm taking it off the burner, you notice, because once you add your butter and flavoring, you don't want to cook your pie because it cooks that flavor out. So I'm gonna let this I don't want to put it on the stove. I don't want to put it on that burner because I don't want it to continue to cook. I'm just trying to get my butter to melt. And I'll get this. This is my pie crust, my cool pie crust.
And you want the camera back over here?
You can, yes, please. Just like a little bit, that butter melting. Every time you see that toasty coconut,
she thinks there's something in there that's burnt, but it's not. It's the coconut.
Yeah, I'm just.
But you're not. Are you gonna put the hot in there?
Yeah, you can put the hot in on your crust. Yeah, you can. But the crust has to be cool for this particular pie. Well, honestly, you're supposed to put your filling, your hot filling, in your cool pie crust, even if you're making it in the microwave. It's
okay.
Okay.
It don't look like it's done.
We'll cook it another 5 minutes. Okay. Now I'll take saran wrap and put on this pie. What you're doing, this pie is hot, and the pie has to be cool to put the topping on it. So this pie, if you don't put this film down on top of it, it will have a crust. It will get hard on top when it dries. So that's the reason for the saran wrap. And you just want to pat it down where it touches. You have to make sure the saran wrap touches the pie filling, so it won't get crusty when it cools.
Yeah, it's like it's.
Yeah, it has a film over it.
It's
and
hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Okay, so I got that on that, and now this. We'll set this aside and let it cool. And now I will. This is the one I made last night that was in the refrigerator. So this is what I just done. And that's my cool pie. And now we'll do the frosting for it.
That looks nice.
I gotta wash my hands. I'm gonna bring the mixer over here.
Yeah, Mary, could they do this ahead of time for Easter?
Yeah, just leave the topping. You don't want to put the topping on there until you get ready to serve it. Unless, I mean, you could, but if you want to, like I just unwrapped that, you could do this ahead of time and leave it in there and then put your topping. I'm making the whipping with whipping cream, but if you want to use Cool Whip, that's up to you. But this is, I'm doing.
Okay.
The fast way would be the bought Cool Whip, but
it's not as good.
It's not as good.
I don't think it is.
It's not as good. And I didn't have room in my freezer to put my bowl and beater, but it really whips better if your bowl and your beater is cool. So. There's this whipping cream in the refrigerator. I think it's in the door on the right. Is it whipping cream? No, it must be on the other door. Yeah, there it is. Okay, now I'm going to put 1.5 cups. One and a half cups of cold whipping cream. It's new. It hadn't been opened, Linda.
Okay.
So, I need to get this tablespoon of sugar.
this is all you need of this, right? Just 1.5
Yeah, just
cups.
1.5 cups. Put 1.5 cups of your heavy whipping cream in here. And I get my spatula. Get all that out. That whipping cream just sticks to it. You know, you lose some of it if you don't scrape it out. Thank you. I may use this again. Just
Okay.
get a paper towel to put it on, please. All right, and then I'm putting a tablespoon and a half of sugar. Imperial sugar. I forgot to say imperial sugar.
Because this whipping cream is not sweet.
Yeah. This is a half a tablespoon that I'm using, so I'm going to have to put 3 of them in there. Of the imperial fine sugar. And then, Linda, would you give me that guard, please?
Yes, I will.
It's right,
Oh,
right
it's
here.
over here?
Yeah.
I'm looking at your kitchen apron.
Yeah. I know it.
Unknown caller.
Okay. Now, I'm going to turn this dial to whip. My fresh ready.
Smell like it, so-
I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's ready. Thank you for watching that for me. I'm gonna whip that until it whips up. And I haven't used this mixer and whipped anything, so I don't know how long.
Let's see.
I just put it on whip. I didn't put it on
Okay,
custom.
so it goes up
Two.
to, what's
Probably
that,
3 or 4
minutes?
Yeah. Well, it probably takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, it'll probably take a
Yeah.
little longer than that.
Probably take 5 minutes, so I'll just turn it on again.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll put some flavoring in it. Half a teaspoon of flavor. It seems like not anything louder than I remember it being. Is it to you?
I don't know, maybe it's too steady. I
Maybe
don't
so.
know. I've not used it yet
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, I haven't used it. It don't seem like it's whipping as fast, does it?
No, it doesn't. It sure doesn't.
I may put it on beat. I know that'll do it. But you know what? It tells. Yeah, well, I got the right one for whipping. But when it gets through, I'm gonna. I didn't want to do the topping now speeding up. So that's the way this mixer does. It whips a little bit and then it speeds up. So it looks like it's gonna work. That's half a tablespoon out of that. And again, when you're doing your whipping topping, it depends on how thick you want your topping. It looks like one time it's going to be enough. I'm going to go ahead and put my flavor in there. I think, yeah.
too long.
Oh, it's about 3.
So it started on a 2.
It
then went
started,
up to
yeah,
5.
yeah. Thank you, Linda. All right. I'll show you that it really be, and me, I would want more than this. It called for 1.5 cups of milk. I'd probably do 2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's you can do it according to what how much topping you want. But 2 cups is what I would have done. This recipe came from an old book, and you know how used to they didn't have a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so I guess that's why the cookbook is goes back to 1930s.
I love to look at those old
I do
cookbooks.
too.
They have words in them that young people don't even know what it means
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And like Mary said, people used what they had, and they didn't have access to things like we have access to today.
Well, I may have to take it off the bowl first. So I can get to it good.
You want me to move the mixer?
You can. I was just gonna see how. There we go. Get it off. I was just gonna try to knock some more of that whipped cream off.
I love that the weight is evenly distributed on
Yeah,
this.
it's easy to move, a lot easier than the KitchenAids. Yeah, I would probably do 2 cups of the whipping topping. Cause I like a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And for that deep dish pie, I didn't pay attention. I didn't show them how far up it went. Cause it's really not. See,
Not quite as far
not
as this.
yeah. So if you're using a deep dish pie, I would do probably 1.5 on the filling. I mean, this is it. I mean, it's going to cover the pie. It's just I like it real thick.
Yeah. I think most recipes that call for whipped cream probably don't give generous amounts, don't
Yeah,
you? Because
yeah.
usually when I make whipped cream, I just, if it don't look like it's enough, I just pour some more whipped cream in.
I know. I was trying my best not to interfere with this recipe because I always do. I always do. But this one, I said, I'm not going to do it this time. I'm going to go strictly by the recipe. And so that's what I've done.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get the rest of this off this spatula. Put it right there where I got a little crack. You want to put it all the way to the edge. Okay, you'll set that for me. Over there for me, please. Now I use some toasted coconut and put that on top.
Make it pretty. And that crunch too.
Mm-hmm.
I love texture.
And again, I did put more coconut on top than what the recipe calls for. So again, y'all can do what you want to. Now I've got one more step.
Oh, there's something else you're going to do to it. Okay, I wondered what you was going to do with that.
Yeah. Use 3 ounces, and again, if 3 ounces ain't enough, I will do it again. This is a 4 ounce package.
That's 4 ounces.
This is 4 ounces, and I only use 1 ounce. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go. This is, I'm sorry I didn't tell you what it was. This is white chocolate. And I'm just gonna.
They had a bunch of that. I'm sorry, Mary, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's okay. What?
They had a bunch of the chocolates on sale after Christmas, and I bought several to put in the freezer. Wasn't Ghirardelli, but
Just chop this chocolate on top. Now I'm using this small, but if you want to use a larger grater to make it larger chunks, that's up to you. But I'm just going to chop up this white chocolate to go on top. And the reason it's called triple thread coconut is because there's 3 layers. There's coconut in the crust, there's coconut in the filling, and coconut on top.
I like that.
That's why. And I'm not going to get my
You
finger.
be very careful with that. Those things
I
scare you
am
to
not
death.
going to get my finger too close. And now that I'm doing this, I probably would use a larger one so you could see the shavings
Yeah.
better. And I know I'm getting it on the counter. I'm not getting all of it on there. And if you was doing a bigger grade, then it would be in bigger chunks. And I'm not even going to put this whole 1 ounce on it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Because it's covering up my coconut. Put some more, but I didn't use it. I didn't even use an ounce. But I've got something else planned for this white chocolate for later, so it won't go to waste, that's for sure. All right. And 2, I got another pie to make. So this is the pie. This is a triple coconut cream pie.
So you wound up with 3 pies.
I wound up, well, I'm gonna have 2 whole pies and the crust
And
for
that's
another one.
crust.
And that other crust, I'm probably gonna do it in the microwave. So I'll let y'all know how it comes out, because I'm gonna do that other in the microwave because it is so much quicker in the microwave.
It's a beautiful pie. It looks delicious.
All right, let me get something to cut it. We're gonna cut this thing. And I forgot to get my pie knife out. Hopefully I can find it. You're not ready?
No, I'm not. You can taste for me.
Okay. You can cut that. You can cut it with this pie, but I don't like to. Do you? Do you cut it with the pie?
I have cut it with that, but I think I normally cut a pie with a regular
I
knife.
do too. There's a little bit of my wrappings from the chocolate. Well, I'm just gonna cut a little piece. Linda's losing and I'm gaining.
I don't think you hurt yourself.
Cut a little piece. I
Boy,
should.
that looks good.
I cut a small piece. I should have cut a bigger piece, I guess, to show. But anyway, now let me get all this off the table. You wipe them off. I may be messy, but I clean it up. I don't know what it is. I just drop things, but I don't like it on the counter. So I'm fixing to taste this. Triple coconut cream pie.
It looks like a bakery pie, Mary. It looks delicious.
Thank you, usual.
The crust looks real crispy.
I'm gonna taste that crust by itself. Yeah, it's good. It's real good. I'm trying to compare it to my coconut pies. It tastes like my coconut pies, except it's got the coconut in the crust, and it's got that white chocolate on top,
which makes it a little bit
different. Yeah, that's a little bit different.
It would be something really easy and good to make for Easter. I think it would be. We always think about coconut for Easter.
Yeah, it'd be a good dessert for Easter. Now the birthday drawing for March is Cassidy Leggett, and she's from West Virginia. Chastity?
Yeah.
Chastity.
I can't read my writing.
Chastity Leggett from West Virginia. So congratulations. We will be sending you a pink apron because you didn't specify what color you wanted. So we'll send you a pink one. I guess, is that what we're going to do, pink? Sometimes we send white, sometimes we send pink. But anyway, and also we had a few people that sent us gifts.
Yes, and I want to mention while Mary's getting that Marcia Dubay or Duval or something, I think was her last name. We told about her sending the little diamond encrusted things, and she's for the girls, and she sent us some things, and we already showed that the little beautiful cross. She sent me and Mary one of those.
I got mine on the counter. Isn't that pretty?
It's
It changes
so pretty,
colors.
yes. And
Yeah,
she
I
also
love it.
sent Mike an Ohio State lanyard keychain, which he absolutely loves. Y'all know he's a big Ohio State fan. So thank you so much, Marcia, for that. And I'm so sorry that I forgot to mention that when we told that the other day.
And then we had one of our followers send, yeah, you can just put that on the table,
Okay.
Linda. I sure don't want to accidentally put these little quilts. Isn't this beautiful? She quilted my two grandsons, the great grandsons that's on their way. Matter of fact, Miranda is at the hospital now in labor.
Yay.
Yeah. So Carla's on her way to the hospital. So this is a blanket that she handmade. Isn't that beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
Baby.
I love the colors. They're
And,
so soft and pretty.
And then, of course, I'm having two, so they're different. And I was telling Miranda which one, about them, and I said, "Do you?" And Carla said, "Shelley will probably want the Winnie Pooh one." She said, "Memo, I want to pick the one I want." Miranda. She said, "Memo, can I see them before you decide who you gonna give them to?" That's
funny.
the baby. Miranda's my baby granddaughter. So Kay Anderson sent these from Oklahoma to my great grandkids.
That was so sweet of her.
It was, and she also sent us some cocktails.
Yes. Thank you so much, Kay.
She sent me matter of fact, this is one of them right here. She sent me two Rooster cup towels for my kitchen, and she sent you the utensils, cooking utensil cup towels.
So thank you very much for thinking about us.
Thank you very much.
I've got this over here.
Oh, okay. And then I think that's Pete Cottard from the UK sent both of us beautiful linen tablecloth.
It's Irish linen, and I
Isn't
am
that
so
beautiful?
excited about that. I
Me
love the
too.
colors. So as soon as Easter's over, I'm going to change my tablecloths and use this.
I'll be putting it on my table too.
And wrote us both a
Yes.
sweet card.
Right.
And it always touches me to get anything, and then for someone to include a special handwritten card and letter. It's so humbling. Thank you so much, Pete or Peter. I'm not sure what you go by. And God bless you for the kind things you said, and for watching us. We really do appreciate it.
I love this.
And I will
linen.
cherish this always.
Me too. I'm excited about putting it on my table. I didn't decorate my table for Easter.
We'll show those when we get
But I
our
will.
tables
Yeah.
decorated.
Right.
So thank you again very much.
I might put my truck with my flowers on it.
Yeah, that would be real pretty.
On the table. I might do that. But thank y'all so much for joining us. And sometimes it seems like I'm a little scatterbrained. I hope y'all can put this together to make a coconut pie. But like I said, it's not something new, except it's just the way, the process and doing it. So might want to try it. It is good.
And I have to leave y'all with this, something funny. Mary texted me the other day, and because we're having a little deal with our tops now, because either one of us can't wear the ones that we have that are alike that we had last year. And so Mary texted me a picture of this one that she's got on, this beautiful top with all this shiny stuff on it. Well, I had already been to Dillard's, so I get in Dillard's. The petite section is where I buy mine at. She buys hers in the regular because they're longer, and they're shorter in the petite section. So I knew this one was in there, looked at the picture one time, walked in this morning, and she's got on this beautiful top, and mine is different from hers. So these were supposed to be alike, but
we was trying to get two new ones alike, and it just didn't work out.
So it didn't, but it's kind of the same colors, but Mary's is much prettier than mine.
Oh, I love that. It's got that purple in it. It's beautiful, and it has yellow in it.
But anyway, just so y'all know, we know they're not alike, but they were supposed to be if it hadn't have been that I picked the wrong one. But I don't think they had this one in the petite section. I do not remember seeing it.
I have narrow shoulders. We both do.
Yeah.
I can't even hardly carry a strap purse on my shoulder because it just falls off. My shoulders are narrow, but I'm bustier than her, so I can't wear the petites because they pull up in the front. Some petites I can, but they have to be longer. I don't like something pulling up the front, in my front. So anyway, we have to shop in two different areas because of that. So anyway, we appreciate y'all joining us. And then tomorrow we'll be at Linda's house, and she's going to be making something delicious again. Her carrot cake looked so good yesterday. And
it sure smelled good.
I'm sure it did. And we love y'all, appreciate y'all. And I forgot the lady's name. I have to write this down. I will tell y'all what a sweet lady texted me, something about what the Lord answered her prayer. But I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you what it was, and you'll know who it is. But I forgot, if you're watching, that she hadn't seen her grandson in 2 years, and from something we said on our program, it encouraged her to go and try to see her grandson that she hadn't seen in 2 years, and she went to see him, and at the school, and they both had a good cry, they had a good talk, and it just done her so much good. So just thanking the Lord, because
so sweet of her to let us know.
if you listen to your little inner voice, the Lord instructs you on what to do and how to handle a situation. So it just touched me that she shared that with me.
Yes, it did.
So we love y'all. Don't forget to count your blessings, and we'll see you again tomorrow at Linda's house.
Stay safe from the storms.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.